Resolution 1608, my country people them. A lot of people, they don't talk about this resolution. Now only 1 page long, and I go read them for una today.
There are two things of great concern. Number one, he claims, I want you to defend that or argue that lawfully. He claims Britain had sovereign powers over the Southern Cameroons. Number two,
No.
because of this purported sovereignty, Britain actually signed the Union Treaty.
Let me conclude that aspect of it to tell Mr. Konda that he's making a mistake. Had they met as required under 16085, they would have produced an agreement. Call it a treaty or an agreement. He calls it a treaty or agreement. Yes, they would have produced an agreement.
So if this fool had also read the totality of Resolution 1608, he would have seen that paragraph 5 of 1608.
So, Barrister Mbesa and Fru Johnson, they don't talk, say, and no be talk about Resolution 1608 in my analysis and my explanation about what way happened about the Union Treaty. My country, them they talk as if say they so. Some person they hide information. Ma tell una, me I don't talk extensively about Resolution 1608 for educate what people then. If you now go for my website www.countrypeople.com/resolution 1608, a day for day, I don't talk about this before. I don't publish the actual resolution. We don't do presentations about the resolution. Me, when a countryman, I've been like the only person where it be transparent. I need to just talk about some information, but I the show una. Make una read them for yourself, and they show una who say where I get the information from the United Nations archives itself. Again, I sure say una go ask una self say, but who's our countryman get this document where a one for read them for una the resolution 1608. Now the web link that where I don't circle am for una. Now in that, type them for your own web browser, and you could download the exact document this where me I go read them for una. Now from the United Nations Digital Library, their archives. Okay, the title, now the future of the Trust Territory of Cameroons under UK administration. Now the title that, if you scroll down the page, you can see and see there, so it gives you options then for documents the way if you download them for here. See this one for English. Click here, you could download them for read the English version. Now in this for here, my country people them. Now the English and the French version then this for now bilingual people them. Okay, and if you click here for download, you will download the English version and the French version. You examine them for yourself. So make una go download the same document where me I go read them for una now. I get them from the United Nations archives, their digital library, because these documents them for 1961, 1950s where they be type them, they be using a typewriter. You know that when you press button, chat, 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 chat. So they don't go now, they digitalize the documents them so that you get the digital copy where they put them on the internet, where any person fish down for your village, whether na Wusa you day, anywhere around the world, as long as you get internet connection, you fit access these documents them. Now why that way they make them the digital copy, they put them online. So you too, you get the ability for go download any of these documents them, you examine them, you read them for yourself. Countryman are the only person where before I want to talk something, I give una evidence. Which how I take them so that you too, you feel go take them. So the first thing where you get to understand about Resolution 1608, now stay with you. They be adopt them on the 21st of April 1961. The resolution no long. I go read them for now. So it starts by saying 1608 XV, the future of the Trust Territory of the Cameroons under United Kingdom administration. First thing we get to understand, I say, the talk say the Cameroons with an S, because they're talking about the northern and the southern Cameroons. Remember that. Now, the talk say the General Assembly recalling is Resolution 1350 of 13th of March 1959 concerning the future of the Trust Territory of the Cameroons under UK administration. Blah, 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 blah. Remember, they adjust this one. Now, wait, where they call and say the preamble. So, all of this kind of thing, you now hear they talk about recalling. That's just the preamble. They prepare you for the actual resolution, because for resolve is the actual resolution. This one not just the preamble. They are recalling. They are just informing you, say the decision where they go come to, it is based upon that one, the resolution 1350 and other considerations them. So that one not really be as important. So make a go now for the second page. We'll read this resolution for now. This part where I highlight them, so where I give the borders, now the part for resolution 1608 where it concern the former Southern Cameroon. So they are recalling that. They are recalling this resolution. They are recalling further resolution 1473. Okay, those ones them, they are just not just the preambles them. Okay, now they come for this paragraph where they say, having examined the report of the UN plebiscite commissioner concerning the two plebiscites held in the northern and the southern Cameroons in February of 1961, and the report of the trusteeship council thereon. So they don't examine the report. Now, this is an important part. They don't also hear from the petitioners. And the petitioners in this case, you could get John Foncha, Ndele, and even the Republic of Cameroon as well. They can be petitioners, or even the Britain as the administering authority. So, now what does the United Nations General Assembly do? They express high appreciation of the work of the UN Plebiscite Commissioner for the Cameroons under UK administration and his staff. Okay, they appreciate their work. Now, the UN General Assembly go on for paragraph 2 for talk say, they endorse the result of the plebiscite that A, the people of Northern Cameroon, having by a substantial majority decided to achieve independence by joining the Independent Federation of Nigeria. So, B, the people of Southern Cameroon having similarly decided to achieve independence by joining the Independent Republic of Cameroon. Now, paragraph 3, they consider. So this is a consideration. It is not a resolution yet, and it's not a decision. They consider that the people of the two parts of the Trust Territory, having freely and secretly expressed their wishes with regards to their respective futures, in accordance with General Assembly Resolution 1352 and 1473, the decisions made by them through democratic processes under the supervision of the United Nations should be implemented immediately, or should be immediately implemented. Those are the words. Okay, that is they consider. Now, paragraph 4. Now, the important thing about resolution 1608, because now this is a decision. They are deciding. Now, this is what the United Nations General Assembly has decided. Now, the decision, this paragraph 4 of resolution 1608, that is the important part, because that is where the United Nations General Assembly decides. That's where they make a decision. Everything else where they don't talk before this point, now wait till they call and say the preamble. Okay, but for paragraph 4, that's when the United Nations General Assembly decides that the plebiscite having been taken separately with differing results, the trusteeship agreement of 13 December 1946 concerning the Cameroons under the United Kingdom administration shall be terminated in accordance with Article 76B of the United Nations Charter. I go read for una the Article 76B of the UN Charter on a different date, because it be important for we for understand our history. Moving on, the decision, it talks say that agreement will be terminated in the following manner. Part A. With respect to the Northern Cameroons, on the 1st of June 1961, upon its joining of the Federation of Nigeria as a separate province of the Northern region of Nigeria. That is how the trusteeship agreement will be terminated with respect to the Northern Cameroons. That is the UN General Assembly decision. 4B, it talks with respect to the Southern Cameroons, on the 1st of October 1961, upon joining the Republic of Cameroon. Upon joining the Republic of Cameroon on the 1st of October 1961, the trusteeship agreement of 13 December 1946 concerning the Cameroons under UK administration shall be terminated. That is the important part of Resolution 1608. Now, the very last paragraph, paragraph 5, where Barrister Fru Johnson and Barrister Mbesa, they keep talking about. Listen, it's an invitation. It is not a decision, it is not a resolution. They don't resolve anything and they don't decide anything. They are inviting. It's an invitation. When they invite you for something, you get the option for go or not for go. Remember that. It's an invitation. It is not an order. It is not a decision. Paragraph 5 say the United Nations General Assembly invites the administering authority, where in this case now the UK, and the government of Southern Cameroon and the Republic of Cameroon to initiate urgent, remember, urgent discussions. Urgent. Why they talk urgent? Because they don't put the date. 1st of October 1961. Remember, say they sit on the 21st of April 1961. From the 21st of April 1961 to the 1st of October 1961. How many months do we have? Now 5 months and a few days where they get them. Now why that way the United Nations General Assembly, it tell them, say, you need to initiate urgent discussions with a view to finalize before the 1st of October the arrangements by which the agreed and declared policies of the parties concerned will be implemented. So if we not choose for go get the urgent discussions, that one not a problem. If we not choose not forget the urgent discussions, that one not a problem. But remember that they don't tell us, say, by the 1st of October 1961 the trusteeship agreement will be terminated upon the Southern Cameroons joining the Republic of Cameroon. So it is in your best interest for the administering authority, the government of the Southern Cameroons and the Republic of Cameroon, French Cameroon, for initiate urgent discussion. They write down for the urgent, for tell you, say, they be pressed with time. And now why that way they get the Fumban Constitutional Conference, they get another conference for Yaoundé, they get another conference for Bamenda, they get all of these meetings them with the British president, with the people them, John Foncha and President Amadou Ahidjo present, and all of those people them, in order for finalize or get any declared policies and agreements how the union it will work. And at the end of those discussions, they become up with the federal constitution. That is what they agreed on. John Foncha, he agreed. Because at the end of the day, come the 1st of October 1961, John Foncha, he take his position as the vice president of the Federal Republic of Cameroon. John Foncha, he represent the British Southern Cameroons, their people, with the British as the people, the way they behold the sovereignty of the territory. So whatever the British they decide, the British they get the powers for enter into international negotiation and international treaties on behalf of the former Southern Cameroons, because now them be own the sovereign right over that territory. John Foncha be tasked, he be get the task, the responsibility for negotiate how the union it would be on behalf of the people then for the British Southern Cameroons. And John Foncha, he go negotiate the position as the vice president and negotiate 2 positions for himself. He be been as the vice president of the Federal Republic of Cameroon, and he be still hang on to a position as the Prime Minister of West Cameroon. And for that Fumban Constitutional Conference, President Amadou Ahidjo be doing homework. He be draft constitution, present them to the British, present them to Django Foncha. Django Foncha take the draft constitution, he hide them. He no share them with Ndele, he no share them with Muna, he no share them with the delegation for Southern Cameroons, for British Southern Cameroons. Whose fault is it? Who are you going to blame? You blame your own leaders. You blame na Django Foncha. The Union Treaty between Northern Cameroons and Nigeria now exactly the same exchange of notes where the British they get them with President Amadou Ahidjo, they get the same exchange of notes and the same note verbal where they deposit them at the United Nations Secretariat. Now the same way they get them between the British and the government of Nigeria for attach the former British Northern Cameroons to Nigeria. Exactly the same process. They take away the three things them where you get to take them away from Resolution 1608. Naseweti. 1. The United Nations General Assembly expressed high appreciation for the work of the UN Plebiscite Commissioner for the Cameroons under the UK administration and his staff. 2. The UN General Assembly endorsed the result of the plebiscite. Say wait, Northern Cameroons a vote for gain independence by joining Nigeria, and Southern Cameroons a vote for get independence by joining Cameroon. They endorse the result of the plebiscite. And the most important thing where you get to take them from this Nasewiti, the actual decision made by the United Nations General Assembly Nasewiti. They decide say the trusteeship agreement of 13 December 1946 will be terminated in the following manner. With respect to Northern Cameroons, it will be terminated on the 1st of June 1961 upon Northern Cameroons joining Nigeria. With respect of Southern Cameroons, the trusteeship agreement will be terminated on the 1st of October 1961 upon Southern Cameroons joining the Republic of Cameroon. Now all that, now the most important three things, and that way you get to take them from Resolution 1608. This one where they talk now for paragraph 5 for here, where they just talk now the United Nations General Assembly sending an invitation. Is just an invitation. We are inviting, or we are counseling, or we are advising the parties concerned, the administering authority, when at the UK, the government of Southern Cameroons, when at Django Foncha, and the Republic of Cameroon, President Amadou Ahidjo, to initiate urgent discussions. Urgent, because by 1st of October 1961, the trusteeship agreement will be terminated. Now, the most important thing that we get to take from Resolution 1608 of the 21st of April 1961. Since when the trusteeship agreement will be terminated, the British, they notify the United Nations with the note verbal, the exchange of notes, and President Amadou Ahidjo, he changed the constitution, adopt the federal constitution, and then now Django Foncha is taking place for Yaoundé as the vice president of the Federal Republic of Cameroon. They changed that territory now from the British Southern Cameroons to West Cameroon. It be part of one country, one territory. All of those things that happened. 1961 happened. 1966 happened. 1972 happened. Up to 1994, when the trusteeship council, it will be disbanded because all the territories, the way they will be under the UN trusteeship agreements, they don't be decolonized officially. So they close the office of decolonization, or the trusteeship council, which was one of the most important organs of the United Nations. They close them down because they not be useful anymore. All the territories have been decolonized. And then now for 1995, Django Foncha and the Anglophones, now they go for America. The Waka talk say they want the United Nations for can open, they want for complete the decolonization of the former British Southern Cameroons. What level of stupidity and ignorance is this? That's stupidity and ignorance. And then when they reach for United States, they tell them, say, first of all, they don't already decolonize that territory, and you were part of the decolonization process. You held the talks in Fumban. You agreed to the constitution. Those were the agreements as Resolution 1608, paragraph 5, Itokam. Say, we are inviting you, the administering authority, the government of Southern Cameroon, where you were the premier of the government of British Southern Cameroon, and the government of Cameroon, President Amadou Ahidjo, for you to hold urgent discussions to finalize how we now go unite the territory. And you accept them. You unite through a constitution where you agree, the federal constitution. You go sit, take position as the vice president of that country. After all that time, 1994 can pass. They don't close the office of decolonization when at the trusteeship council. And then now 1995, when they come now say, they can't go decolonize country where they've done decolonize them for 1961. How? How is that possible, my country people then? So now why that way they just tell them, say, you people are wasting your time. So now, in the face of that defeat and failure, what the Anglophone they do? They pass by the UN gift shop. For shop, they buy United Nations flag as a souvenir. Now they bring up for Cameroon for can't confuse una, can't fool una, because una be mumu them. They don't say una be stupid jungle funcha them. They carry the flag, they cross the Mungo. Can't lie una. Say they so the United Nations it go open the decolonization file. The UN is coming to decolonize the former British Southern Cameroons, and all of those lies. Lies. They lie to you. Jungle funcha them. Now them this for this picture what they show now on the screen where they hold the UN flag. That was one of the biggest lies Anglophone political elites them in the face of their ineptitude, their infighting, their corruption, in the face of their failures, in the face of their greed, selfishness. They failed in their duties for protect the interests of the former British Southern Cameroons. In the face of that failure, what did they do? They can't lie for una. They lied. Now all that way they do, they lie. And now those lies, the land we for Wusa we did today with Ambazonia terrorism. Those lies. The land we Wusa we did today. Now why that will be important for we for correct these historical lies? Now why that way I do these presentations then? The history, the facts and the lies. Because our history, it don't overget too much confusion. It don't overget too much misinformation. It don't overget too much lies, manipulation, distortion of our history. We need to tell the history as it is. Our forefathers, Jungle Foncha, Endele Muna, all of them, they made miscalculations because of their own political futures. They were looking at protecting themselves. So they made the wrong political calculations in the 60s, in the 50s, until today, till 1990s, they were still making the wrong political calculations. In the end, they decide for lie, for cover up their incompetence and ineptitude. And they don't lead way to Ambazonia terrorism today. And we need for correct them. We need for start telling the truth. My country people then.